I had been driving all night, pushing a moving van across the country with no sleep. Around 3 a.m., the highway felt endless. Only just a long, black ribbon under my headlights. There were no other cars, no towns, nothing but darkness. The interstate sign had warned me earlier. Next service is 108 miles. So it was just me and the road. Right after passing the worn-out sign for mile marker 192, I saw her. A woman stood a good distance behind me, right on the solid white line at the edge of the road. She wasn't hitchhiking or asking for help. Her arms were stiff at her sides, and she wore a pale, ankle-length dress that fluttered when the van rushed past her. At 75 miles an hour, she should have disappeared into the darkness behind me in seconds. I didn't stop. No one stops for a silent figure in the middle of nowhere at 3 a.m. I drove for 5 minutes straight, watching the markers roll by. 191, 190, 189, 188. Only then did the tension in my shoulders ease. She had to be far, far behind. But something made me check the mirror again. My stomach dropped. She was still there, but much closer now. No longer a distant shape. About 30 yards away. Standing in the exact same position. On the exact same white line. Her dress, her hair, the same figure, but impossibly closer without me ever slowing down. Fear hit instantly. I pressed harder on the gas, pushing the van to 85. I stared forward, refusing to check the mirror. I told myself it had to be exhaustion messing with my vision. I kept driving, another mile, then another, but the fear wouldn't let up. And when I reached mile marker 185, I couldn't resist the urge anymore. I looked at the mirror again. She was 15 yards behind the van. Close enough for me to see the torn bottom of her dress. Close enough to see her face or where her face should have been. There were no features. Just a blank, smooth shape under her wet, tangled hair. Her head was tilted upward, as if she was staring at the back of the van. I screamed. I didn't stop. I didn't even breathe properly. I grabbed my phone out of panic, but the screen showed nitrogen monoxide service. The entire stretch of road was a dead zone. I drove another mile high speed and she should have been nothing but a distant memory by then. But when I reached mile marker 184, I forced myself to look again. She was gone. Relief hit me so hard I nearly lost control of the wheel. I pulled over, locked the doors, and sat shaking until a faint glow of sunrise appeared. Only when I felt steady again did I put the van back in gear. As I passed mile marker 183, something caught my eye on the passenger seat. A small, clear plastic vial. I picked it up. When I turned it over, a thin piece of paper slipped out. It was damp, stained, and the handwriting looked childish and shaky. It said, "She only chases you backwards." The realization hit instantly. That vial hadn't been there when I began the trip. The only way it could have appeared was if I had dropped it at some point, and she had been getting closer each time I tried to get away, only moving forward whenever I moved back. I slammed the brakes, stumbled out of the van, and screamed into the empty highway. When the sun finally rose, I looked far down the road toward where this all started. On the sign for mile marker 192, a new black symbol had been carved into the metal. A perfect, sharp scratch that hadn't been there before. That was when I understood the truth. She hadn't been trying to catch me. She was only retrieving what belonged to her. Now that she had it, she was moving forward again. And I was the only person alive who had seen her path.